and you can now proceed with visa application. Now, how is the visa application done? You will need to gather your documents, right? You book an appointment. For Cameroonians, you are advantageous. People, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining the channel today. So we are back again on our usual podcast. I will not call it podcast, but I will call it our usual uploads. This is another YouTube video you should consider in 2024. Now, this is for those who want to immigrate to Europe using the study pathway. I have a lot of people asking me, Milton, you don't talk about jobs, you don't talk about this, you talk only about school. Guys, there is something called niching. Okay, and I cannot know everything. And again, like I said, there is something called niching. Go and check this word for those of us who are watching videos. So today's video, I want to talk to you about a very cheap university in Switzerland. I'm going to talk to you about what you need to know, and I will touch a little bit about visa application when it comes to Switzerland. Remember, Switzerland is one of the best countries in Europe in as much as education is concerned. Switzerland has one of the cheapest courses, like the cheapest universities in Europe, where with just maybe 500, 600, 800, 1,000 euros, you are good to go. So another advantage with Switzerland is that you can easily migrate to Switzerland if you have some cash. I'm going to explain to you towards the end. So please watch this video to the end so you understand what you are actually looking for. Now, let's get into the video. But before I start, my name is Milton, and I'm equally the chairman of the Broke community. If you are seeing my face for the very first time, you are highly welcome, and Happy New Year to our new followers. Please do not forget to like this video for me and also share the video with one person, because somebody somewhere may be looking for content like this, right? Thank you. So now let's take a look at this university in Switzerland. I want to tell you that this school I'm talking about is the oldest school in Switzerland, and you should understand that MSc in this university is going to cost you 850 Swiss francs. Now, in US dollars, it's going to cost you 983 US dollars. In euros, it's going to cost you 906 euros. In CFA France, Nigerian Naira, I cannot really put that clear. Please do these conversions and see how much you are going to be paying per semester. This is per semester, not per year. So please put all of this into consideration. Then, if you are going for PhD, note that you are going to pay 350 Swiss francs per semester for PhD students. And now, if you intend, let's say you apply to this school, you start your lectures and you are not feeling well, you want to take a leave from school, or maybe you want to go on holidays and have some rest before you come back. It is called leave. If you want to go on leave, you would be charged 150 Swiss francs. Okay, but don't take a leave that you want to go and start working. It doesn't work like that. You cannot cheat the system. And remember, while in Europe, you should always pay attention to details. Now, this university is located in Switzerland, and I am talking about the University of Basel. Remember, in Switzerland, if you want to gain permanent residency and of course citizenship, you have to live in Switzerland for at least 8 to 10 years. That's the period, okay? I'm explaining all this because I know a lot of people have complained to me that they apply to Canada and the laws are changing. A lot of people say that they cannot be waiting till March. What if they apply and they get rejected? That is why I'm explaining all this, and I will be bringing a lot of affordable universities to you. So what you basically need to do is to apply to this school. When are you going to do the application? You can apply from February 1st. These admissions is going to open February 1st. So make sure you apply. And it's going to close by 30th of April. Please put this into consideration, and remember there is late application, but it will cost you money. Late application fee in this university is an extra 150 Swiss franc, right? In addition to the first one, the initial application fee is 100 Swiss franc, but the late application fee is a 150, I think 105 Swiss franc or something. But just know that there is a fee. Now, What are the courses at the University of Basel? Remember, there are a lot of universities in Switzerland like Basel, the University of Neuchâtel, the University of Bern, the University of Freiburg, the University of Geneva, the University of Zurich, ETS Zurich, and a whole lot of them. So I'm talking only about Basel now. And if you are looking for courses to study at the University of Basel, they have medicine. Remember, medicine has a different application date. I'm explaining this so that you can check when you get to the website. I will link it in the video description box for you to verify. Then they also have law, they also have business, they also have social sciences, they also have economics, dental medicine, and bioinformatics, and of course nursing science. Now, anything related to medicine, nursing, these courses like medicine, dental medicine, and nursing science, they have a different application deadline, and there is no like second intake, there is no late application for such courses, and you have to verify the language of instruction courses, or let me say the language of instructions in this particular university, Basel, the University of Basel, is in English and German. So now it is now time for you to verify the course you are taking. Is it in English or in German? But most master's degree programs are in English language. Then, like I said, medicine and dental medicine, there is no extension. That's if you do not meet the deadline, you don't miss it. Now, this school is the oldest school in Switzerland, and of course, the city of Basel is very beautiful. And if you are looking for a place where you can always visit, like if you want to live in another country and visit France or Germany often, then go to Basel, because Basel is closer to France and Germany. Now, when you gain admissions, first you need to apply to this school. Secondly, you need to gain admissions before you can apply for a visa to move to Switzerland. Remember, in Switzerland, you can work as a student, and of course, you can work 20 hours. Some people say that it's you can stay in Switzerland for 6 months before working. Well, that's on paper, but that is not actually what is on ground. Okay, when you get your D visa to Switzerland, you would take maximum will be 15 to 30 days. You will need to change it to a residence permit, but during the application process, everything will be explained to you, so it is not a hard process. If you are a student working in Switzerland, you still need a permit from your employer before you can work. Okay, this is how the procedure is. Now, after you gain admissions, you would be asked to pay this first tuition deposit, the first semester tuition, which is $983. Then you can now proceed with visa application. Now, how is the visa application done? You will need to gather your documents, right? You book an appointment. For Cameroonians, you are advantageous because there is a Swiss embassy in Yaoundé, in Bastos, opposite the Senegalese embassy, something like that. So you have to verify from there. Almost every country has a Swiss embassy. For those in Equatorial Guinea, Central African Republic, I think you would be applying for your visa from Cameroon. So please check the Cameroon website, the Cameroon embassy website. All these details are there. But the documents you will need your admissions offer letter for the visa application. You will need a motivation letter. You need to write a motivation letter explaining to the government of Switzerland why you decided to study that program, why you choose Switzerland, and a whole lot of other things. Everything is on the school website. Okay, now then you also need to attach a copy of your CV, your proof of funds. Remember, for the proof of funds, it is I think approximately $18,000 to $20,000, not dollars, but Swiss franc. I'm just saying dollars because Swiss franc and dollar, they are almost the same, like they have almost the same value. But you need this money in your own personal bank account. This 20,000 Swiss franc is equivalent to like close to like 14 million CFA francs. Okay, and it's around I think $18,000. I can't really remember. That should be around US dollars. So you need this money in an account in a bank that has a link to Switzerland. And I think the only bank in most African countries that have a link to Switzerland is the bank called Société Générale. You can put that money in your name, then you print the statement out. But remember, you need to tell them where you got that money from. So they need all this documentation. If you have a sponsor, take the money from the sponsor, put in an account. You prove that you got it from your sponsor, and let your sponsor give you a sponsorship letter and equally a sworn affidavit. I hope you understand. But if you are the one with the money, if you work for it, you show how you worked to get that money, then you put it in the account. You are good to go. This is how these things work. Then you apply for your visa, and remember, when you apply for your visa decision will come from Switzerland. and where you are going to study. Let's say you are going to study in Bern, your visa will be processed in Bern. If you are going to Geneva, your visa will be processed in Geneva, in the government, that's the local government in that particular canton. Please do not forget, it's so important. And remember that you need to learn the language of that canton in order to integrate easily when you finish the study program. Another document you will be adding to this list of documents for visa application is what we call the declaration letter. Everything is on the school website and also on the embassy website. Please make sure you verify all these details properly. And remember, you need accommodation to apply for this particular visa to move to Switzerland. I would advise you to always ask your university first if there is no accommodation for school before you go for extra accommodation, outside accommodation. But remember, accommodation is very important. Unlike for Austria, where your visa will be processed where you got your accommodation from, Switzerland is almost the same thing, because of course where you are going to be studying is of course where all your details will be processed. So you cannot send your documents in Bern and you want to go and study in Switzerland, no, in Geneva. No, if you are going to be studying in Geneva, that is where your documents will be processed. Your visa doesn't come from your home country. Okay, so please put all of this into consideration. It's so important. And do not forget that it's getting tougher now. I have been advising people, telling people that please, if you cannot afford Canada as of this point, make sure you apply to Europe. Denmark is there. Denmark will give you 3 years postgraduate work permit after you finish, and you can even move with your family. So what are you waiting for? But remember, tuition fee is expensive. The least university, I think they charge like 7,500. This is like close to 5 million CFA francs. That's 7,500 euros, and you have to pay this tuition. I will explain the details in another video on how you can document your Danish, like if you want to study in Denmark, what you need to know, and a whole lot of other stuff. Please do not forget that there are other cheap universities in Switzerland. Check them out, and of course apply to many schools so as to boost your chances. I hope you understand. Now in other videos or in subsequent videos, I'll be talking about some other colleges and universities that are cheap where you can equally study. Remember, sometimes it is good to look at this. Remember, in Norway and in Denmark has more industries, like many industries compared to Norway, and it's easy to get a job in Denmark than in Norway. So I will advise you, if you are really looking for options and you have the money, why not invest it in yourself? And before you know, you will be balling like a big boy. I hope this video helps you. We've talked about everything: programs, we've talked about tuition, we've talked about visa and the documentation, and I think every other thing you can check it now on your own. I wish you all the best till we meet again in another one. Do not forget that you need to do your own due diligence so that you get the information you need, and of course take what Milton is giving you and apply to it. Till we meet again. Bye.